This is All Hitches, the Nova Football Podcast.
This episode is brought to you by Fairfax Football Academy, the best QB training and development in Northern Virginia. Follow on Instagram at Fairfax Football Academy. Tell them Dash and Dan sent you. All right, welcome to live edition of All Hitches. Mesa, how you doing today, buddy?
I'm doing well, man. I'm doing well. It's a nice night tonight. Might get some rain tomorrow. Right here.
A little bit of rain, but you know what? Thursday and Friday looking nice, and actually, like, fall is kind of coming in.
Yeah. It is. I've seen the lawn. Got some seed down. Gonna pay $1,000 in my water bill next month, but it's the thing you got to do, right?
Yeah, I mean, got to do it. But your lawn will thank you come springtime.
Yeah, I tried to plant my lawn this spring. And it grew like I planted it in like I want to say March, April, and it grew. And then once June hit, it just fried. And so I was like, okay, I guess you can.
I see you got Chavez Ravine behind.
Yeah, you, up 2-0 on the terrible Phillies.
Look at that, the terrible Phillies. You're gonna have some Philly fans coming after you, buddy.
I tell people all the time, Dodger Stadium is the best place to watch sports at any place I've ever been to. I love going to Dodger Stadium. We were just talking earlier, and every time I mention this, it is a nightmare to get in and out of. It's awful to get in and out of, but it is, like I said, when you look out towards the outfield, it's the mountains in the background, the blue sky. When you leave, it's the LA skyline. It is a perfect place. I mean, that's why there was a move for a little bit to try to get them a new stadium in downtown LA, but there's no reason. I mean, Dodger Stadium's it's 55, so you're looking at 70, almost 70 years old, and like it is. Yeah, I love Dodger Stadium.
Well, I mean, what's not easy to get in and out of in LA, right?
Angel Stadium. It's
Anaheim.
It's really good in and out of a good old the Big A. I used to call it, they call it the Big A back when I think that was just Angel Stadium. I don't know what it is anymore. But yeah, Angel Stadium is really easy getting out of. What else is easy? Yeah, just because where Dodger Stadium is, anyone who's been there before knows kind of Dodger Stadium. It's kind of locked into Echo Park, and it's just one lane in. I remember I went to opening day, and it took me an hour and a half to get out of the parking lot.
Because your public transit sucks in LA.
It is. Yeah, public transit. It's not good.
But I'll tell you what. You know what's going to be a nightmare to get in and out of this week is some of these games of the week, buddy.
Yeah.
Because there's going to be people lined up trying to get into all these games here in Nova.
Yeah, and a lot of almost elimination games, right? We're getting down the nitty gritty, where
elimination.
There's some teams who are playing for their lives. Either realize that they're going to be not in front for the playoffs, or going to be playing out the streak, right?
I mean, we were looking over the games, and there's 7 outstanding games this week that we kind of could have justified maybe even more.
Yeah. I mean, there's quite a few really intriguing matchups. I think sometimes you would think to yourself, oh, those are, but they're really important. They have a lot of. We've gotten to the point now where there are a lot of playoff implications, right?
Yeah.
Got a lot of playoff implications.
Well, it's conference play for the most part. Looking at the list, it's not all conference play, but there's a lot of it.
Yeah, and we've been talking before about the regions. Region D now, they're all playing in their district. And now all those games really count, right? Yeah. All those non-district games kind of didn't count for anything. Now they are. Every game is meaningful. I mean, for Liberty, right? If you lose 2, you're probably out.
Yeah.
You lose 2 games and you are done.
It's true. If you lose 2,
you're done. And 3, sure. You lose 3.
And we got a couple of those this week.
Yeah.
Other thing I'm getting is it's that time of year when people starting to look over at the points. So I mean, if you're in the world that in some ways it could be easier if you're with in the Concord Liberty world, you're just worried about your top 4 in your conference.
Yeah.
But I got a couple texts this evening from people who not too happy with the way these points, these new points are looking, and they got some questions and they want to answer.
Yeah. Would you rather everyone just go to the top 4 finishers in each district gets in?
You can make a case for that. My only issue, and we'll see at the end, but my only issue, first of all, do you think, let's just say it, and this is completely hypothetical.
Yeah.
And I can say this because we're week 6, 7, but essentially 6 games in.
Right.
And let's just say hypothetically, a team like, Centerville and Chantilly are playing each other.
Yeah.
Let's use one of those two. Let's just say Centerville. Doesn't get in, but a team, that solid team, but not quite Centerville. We know what Centerville can do right now. They're fireworks everywhere they go.
Yeah.
Pick a team that's, maybe struggling a little bit right now. Maybe Marshall, right? I think if we did a pound-for-pound ranking, Centerville will be higher than Marshall. That's not controversial to say. But there's a world where you go 4x4, the lesser team on the pound-for-pound ranking gets in.
Yeah.
I think that's the argument against.
Yeah, I know VA said he was against the everybody makes a playoff thing. I would like to see possibly week 9 where you see everybody in the region, right? You see the top however many, maybe a couple teams get a bye here and there, maybe district champs get a bye, see everybody in the region and just kind of let them go, right? I think that could be another, because I know people would say, well, you're not playing for anything in 9 games. No, you're playing for seeding, right?
Right.
You want to play the lower seed that you can in that region. You're playing for seeding. So I think, yeah.
Well, every other sport, and we laugh at, we like teasing, Coach Craig, the incomparable Coach Craig over at Woodson.
Hall of Famer.
Fame coach. Friend of ours, friend of the program. Yeah. He's a friend of ours.
Yeah.
But we tease because a lot of these sports, basketball and others, almost everyone makes the playoffs.
Yeah.
Right? Because they have their district playoffs.
Right.
Right? A couple teams will, like we've said this before, in other sports, people will say, hey, we made the playoffs.
Yeah.
And, no one gets restless. No one gets upset. They go back and they brag to their friends. We made the playoffs, buddy.
Yeah.
We made the playoffs. And everyone said, football coaches, football fans, football players, they don't have that luxury.
No, right.
They don't get to say everybody made the playoffs. Everyone made districts or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And almost everybody made it. So now, you had that good idea a couple of years ago. If football wanted to play in that world, make week 10.
Yeah, the playoff, right?
The first round of the playoffs.
Yeah, I think that'd be good. Josh Henderson, a big Soko fan, saying Soko on top. Robertson about to.
Wow.
There you go.
Soko fans coming in there. I like that.
They're coming
hot right now, buddy.
Coming in hot. Oh, well, I mean, they had lost to West Springfield, but they went and the big comeback against Fairfax. Right. So
well, you could argue. Some are arguing. I'm not arguing. You're not arguing it. There are some people out there who are arguing that Soko could have won the West Springfield game.
100%. I mean, they were 3 yards away, right?
Right, and we're not saying that. Other people are saying that, but
some people are saying.
No, but I mean that's well, Soko people are saying it. I'd be saying it if I was them.
Yeah, 1,000%.
Right, so they have a reason to be. A couple teams are hot. They're hot. Yorktown's scorching hot.
Yeah, Yorktown is hot.
Right, South Lakes was kind of hot.
Kind of like Hansel. Hansel's so hot right now. Hansel.
So hot right now. All right, buddy. Well, before we get into our, we got seven whoppers. Okay, 7 games of the week. Let's get to, as always, brought to you by Team DDA. They've led the Northern Virginia real estate market for over 36 years. They build relationships. They deliver results. Contact them today at teamdda.com. Tell them Dan sent you. Well, buddy, talk about delivering results. We're going to kick it off right here. The big one. The one everyone's been talking about. Now, last year, I think it was a battle of who was going to go to Vienna Inn afterwards.
Yeah.
This year, it's the battle of who's going to Backyard Grill
Backyard Grill.
Or Westfield hosting Madison.
Or who's going to have the celebration, right? Who's going to have the celebration feast, and who's going to have the Be Sad feast, right? I mean,
that's right, buddy.
But they're both going to go equally good. They're getting some equally good food, right?
Like kings. They're going to eat like kings. They're going to eat the way Josh Richards ate in Reston last week.
We talked about it because you got me to talk about it, live on the game. This year there's some really large differences. The one is you could argue this year Westfield has the best player on the field, right? This is the year Westfield has the best player on the field. Both of them with losses to Braddock. Westfield coming off it's a 2-game losing streak, right? They have a 2-game losing streak, and just trying to get off the schneid off that, right? I mean,
yes,
they went from looking like possibly, looking like they're going to run the table,
Right.
to now having a two-game slide. Both Madison and Westfield probably could argue that they should have beat Braddock.
Sure.
But they didn't. I'm just excited to see what this is going to look like. I mean, I don't know. Usually we say, okay, but it goes this way, it's going to favor this team's going to this way, going to favor another team. I don't know. I think they're very evenly matched with great coaching staffs, really good stingy defenses, really good run games. Madison with the emerging pass game. I mean, it's going to have everything. It's going to have everything you could possibly want to see in a game, right?
Yeah, I want to say this, and you alluded to this in our little sneak peek last episode. Unlike last year, I think Westfield this time around has the best player in the field.
Right.
A year ago it was Madison.
Yeah.
Right, with Don Nicely. This time around, you got and they had Yates, right?
Right.
And they had you had Ambrose,
right.
two-time state defensive player. They had dudes ever. Flip it now. Now you got Flamer. Now you got Malachi Lee. Now you got Carlson.
Yeah.
I almost feel like this time it's Westfield.
Yeah.
With those guys.
Now, does Madison go full Madison and try to make sure that they have these long, sustained drives, keeping those kids off the field? I wonder if the game plan is right. Not that Madison's afraid of anything, but does Madison think to herself, you know what? We don't get in a shootout with these guys. We don't get in a shootout. We're going to ground and pound. We're going to play good defense, and we're going to try to keep the score low to make sure that we keep that really explosive offense off the field.
Yeah, I mean, roles reversed.
Yeah,
I think that was kind of Westfield's game plan a year ago.
Yeah, I think special teams is going to play a huge part in this game.
Yeah,
I can see this coming down to a big return, maybe a block kick. Again, with really good coaching staffs who know each other very well, right? There aren't going to be surprises. I could see them try to pull out a wrinkle in this game. Both these teams are looking to be the one seed coming out of there, and a loss to either one gets a loss. They really they really end up kind of threatening themselves of not being able to get that one seed, of having to be the 2 or the 3, because you lose this game, and then you fall to Centerville, you fall to South Lakes, or you fall to Oakton. I mean, now all of a sudden, now you're playing for the 2 or the 3. You want to get that first district win to try to get yourself up there, right? You want to be a game up. Essentially, you're 2 games up, right? Because at that point now, you have to lose twice in order for that to jump over you. So that gives you a 2-game lead on arguably, the top of that district.
Well, you said this, man, it was several weeks ago, probably at least a month ago. You said, is there a world that, Westfield, what world where Madison is not the 1 seed?
Yeah.
Not the 2 seed, maybe. I mean, it starts now. That conversation actually starts Friday night.
Right. I mean, you think about Westfield last year. I mean, if I remember correctly, it was a close game with Centerville last year, right? I think it was a pretty close game. I might be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure it was last year. Let's say they lose to Madison and then Centerville sneaks up and get them. Now they have 2 losses.
Right.
There's, like you said, there's a world where. Can you imagine Westfield not making the playoffs, or vice versa, right? Let's say.
I mean, blasphemy. There's no way.
But last year, if I remember last year, I think Oakland played them pretty tough. If I remember correctly, Oakland played them pretty tough. It's a rivalry game.
Yes.
They lose to Westfield. They lose to Oakton. Now all of a sudden, they go from being a team that's been in the state in the state playoffs the last few years to being out of the playoffs.
Right.
With this 4-4 matchup, there isn't the PowerPoints. We're fine. We play a really hard schedule, so we'll be okay. That's not the case anymore. You drop 2 games, and there's only 4 spots, and 2 teams don't get in. You could be that other team.
It gets good, buddy. It gets good. So that is one that we will definitely. That is the game of the week. That's the marquee matchup. That is that's Crawford and Canelo.
It's at Westfield, right?
It's at Westfield.
So can the Westfield AD make sure that their NFH camera is working?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. We need to reach out to them, make sure the cameras are smooth. We've had that issue in a couple of the marquee games over the last few weeks. Yeah. It's like halftime. Someone smacks the camera or takes the old blows in the cartridge like Nintendo style.
We need the Fonzgor to hit on the side,
That's
right?
That's right. Good old Fonzarelli. All right, buddy. Well, we move on. Next one up, we're going to stay in that conference.
Yeah.
Right? There's some battles this week in the good old Concord. Oakton, South Lakes. Talk about it.
Yeah, so Oakton's been struggling a little bit. Oakton's been kind of down a little bit. They had the tough games, Colonial Forge, last week losing to Langley. So they're another team that's kind of trying to get their mojo back. They looked really hot coming out those first 3 weeks, and now a little bit uneasy right now. South Lakes, same thing, right? South Lakes looked like they were going to be after barely losing Battlefield, like, oh, South Lakes is back, and now they've had some struggles lately. With the loss to Reston. Now I know that was a rivalry game, but trying to pick yourself off the mat on a short week. Now they played on a Saturday, so it's a short week for them too, right? I mean that's tough to come into district play on a short week. And everything we just said about the Westfield Madison game pertains to every Concord game moving forward, right? You lose to them, you are now trailing them by 2 games because you don't have the head-to-head against them anymore. You have to jump over them. So, last year it was something like 43, 40, 44, 43.
Right.
It was a thrill last year, and South Lake's looking to get a revenge. Look like while South Lake struggled, has had struggles, they still have looked really good. They look like they can beat anybody. I mean, they should have beat Battlefield. I mean, all intents, they should beat Battlefield.
You could argue that, we talked about this earlier, right? I mean, people could argue about anything, but people could argue that they should have beat Herndon last week.
They should have beat Herndon last week.
Battle of Reston, 50-yard kick is what did it. So, look, you got, like you said, both coming off tough losses. Someone's got to get off the schneid here.
Yeah.
And I feel, though, as far as watching both teams, right now, Oakton is trying to find that running game. Trying to find that running attack. We know they got some of the best receivers in probably all of Virginia on one roster. Right. Great quarterback play. Some great old linemen.
Yeah.
Got to get that complimentary running attack going. They know it. Fans know it. We know it. South Lakes, on the other hand, they're a pretty balanced team.
Yeah.
You know? You don't look at them and go, oh, well, there's, 5 Division I receivers right there. There's a, Division I quarterback there. There's 3 Division I linemen there. But they're just a balanced team. They play well together.
Yeah.
We've been a fan of them all season.
Yeah.
They move offensively. They move the stick. They keep the chains moving.
Yeah.
I like their quarterback. He kind of does. He's sneaky.
If there's one game I was going to bet the over on, this would be the game I bet the over on. I think you're going to see some power in this game for sure.
It could be.
Yeah.
It could be. I'm looking forward to this game a lot. I think this could be a fun game.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. Well, we move on, and we could have stayed in that conference, but we decided to go ahead and pull out. Actually, you know what? We're going to stay there. We're going to stay there again because this used to be a very, very, very huge rivalry back in the day.
Okay.
Centerville.
You're going to school me on this.
Centerville Chantilly. Even going back to the old youth club, when you had the baby blue of Centerville and the purple of Chantilly, they used to go at it, buddy, in youth club, high school as well. And here we are, man. This could be elimination game.
Yeah. Samir Mantry is a third. Actually, this is the battle of 2 3-year starters, right?
Yeah, marquee quarterback matchup here.
Big marquee quarterback matchup. I mean, this is going to play. I mean, besides playoff implications, this is going to play into who's going to be the all-district quarterback, right?
Wow.
I mean,
right. Well, I mean, I'm sure they're going to. Carlson and some others are going to have something to say about that. But yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but I'm saying this is going to be this will be a conversation, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Between the head-to-head. I mean, they always say it's unfair that you judge quarterbacks up wins, but you just do. I mean, it's just nature of the beast. Yeah, I'm curious about this game as well, right? Chantilly made the playoffs last year. They look like they're back. Centerville, though, looking to make a return to the playoffs. They were the team that was eliminated. Just the Concord in general, right? The Concord in general. Now that they're in play, I mean, is there anybody you would make a touchdown favorite in these games?
I like this game as the fireworks game.
Oh, okay.
Right? Talk about two, and you got this is we talk about this is Dan Marino and Randall Cunningham going at it here, buddy. I love this matchup. It's gonna be a fun game. Now, probably more important. Is it more important for Chantilly?
No, I don't think so. I don't think it's more
Because
important.
neither team has played in conference yet, right?
Right. Neither team has.
Okay,
I think it's big for both. Right? So you have Chantilly who made it in on the last game of the year, right? They had to beat Oakton, and you had Centerville who did not. And Centerville, actually, I think it's a bigger game for Centerville. I think Centerville, if they take a loss right here, again, because of the way the 4-4 works, I think you take a loss right here, it's going to creep into doubt, because I think in your head you're like, okay, if there are two teams two games that we could drop, it would be Westfield, Madison, right? You think to yourselves, okay, if there's two games that we had to drop, those two teams might be okay. And I'm not saying Centerville's going to lose those teams. I'm just saying if you're looking at it, but if you're looking at the teams that finished in the bottom half of the league last year, you're like, we have to get those games. Those are games we have to have, right? The South Lakes, Chantilly, Centerville finished in the bottom part of the league, bottom half of the league. We have to get those wins. So, and I think for Centerville not making the playoffs last year, I think it's going to be huge for them that they start off with 1-0 in district play.
Well, I mean, huge match, like you said. Don't want to say playoffs are on the line yet in week 7, but playoffs could be on the line.
The 4-4
right.
makes playoffs 100% on the line.
Right, it's so true.
Yeah,
and I guess that's the kind of the downside of the.
Yeah.
Like you said, that's kind of the downside of the 4 and the tiebreakers. There's not even tiebreakers, right?
Head to head is first, so that's another reason why these games are so big, right? Because if you're for some reason you're tied head to head,
everything below 1. I didn't know there's no tiebreakers for who wins the conference.
What do you mean?
Well, someone said in terms of winning a title, I should say so. 2 different things: 1 seed of the playoffs and winning the district title. So 2 different things. I know, believe it or not. Yes. So I was told today that, again, I'm not talking about the 1 seed. I'm talking about district title win. If, let's just say, Centerville, Chantilly tied for the same record.
Okay.
In the Concord.
Okay.
They would both be co-winners of the Concord.
Even if the other team beat the other team?
I think so. That's what I was told. If I'm wrong, well, it's not me that'd be wrong. The person who told me that would be wrong. But drop it in the box there and then let us know. I was told that there's no now playoffs. You have to have tiebreaker. So 2 different things, right? I was referring to the winner of the conference. They'll do 4 winners.
Wild.
They'll do 4 winners of a conference. You can have a 4-way tie.
That's wild. Oh, okay.
Now, what would the tiebreakers be to decipher the 1 seed? What if it was a 3-way tie? It couldn't be head to head.
I don't know.
I thought they tried to get rid of points for and points against because they didn't want like blowouts. Is what I thought.
I don't know. I don't know how else you can do it, right?
I don't know either. Strike the schedule.
Maybe.
Yeah. No, I was told coin flip.
Oh man.
Coin flip. I was told coin flip.
Wow. Well, I guess
at the end of the day, isn't life a coin flip?
I guess if you're a 3-way tie, right? If you're a 3-way tie, I guess coin flip. I guess makes sense.
No, because there's other ways to do it.
What other than the points?
Strength of schedule, points for points. Yeah, the point differential.
We got one Hall of Famer Doug Craig in the
there he is.
He's admiring my Chavez Ravine is what he's admiring right now.
See, he's a baseball guy. Should have been a baseball coach. He would have been a Hall of Famer, two sports. Hey, I think Coach McCauley could use and Wilkie could use a little help in the old dugout.
There you go.
All right,
he could yell out, "Let's turn 2. Let's turn 2." Right?
Let's play 2. All right, good old Ernie Banks. I know he's not a Dodger, but he's a Cubby. Let's go.
All right. Coach Rossetti said it's true. Mount Vernon and Edison shared a 2024 district title.
There it is. Good old coin flip.
Yeah.
Good old coin flip, buddy. Hey, life is a coin flip, okay, Mason?
Are you playing odd man out? Is that what you're doing?
That's a goocher. All right. Here we go. West Springfield, Yorktown. Not a conference matchup. This might be my favorite matchup of the week.
Yeah, last year, overtime game, 29-28.
Yeah.
Yorktown is looking to stay hot, right? And actually, West Springfield is pretty hot right now too, right? You have 2 teams that are really hot right now, going at it with each other. That should be a really good matchup. I mean, You've got on one side, you've got Scott Lewis and good old Boobie Wickham in the backfield, along with
Austin at receiver. You got
Austin
Bello at
receiver.
tight end.
And then you have arguably one of the best players in the state, and Brady Owens at Yorktown over there.
Tight end. This is a battle of tight ends.
Battle of tight ends. Him and Bello, huh?
Yeah.
One shall rise, one shall fall. It's like,
Yeah,
the opposite fight of Megatron.
And these are both big guys.
Yeah, it should be a really interesting matchup. Yorktown has a big win right against Langley, but they really struggled on some of when they played Centerville right out of district play. I know they're looking to remain kind of on a winning streak. That you don't when you're doing this well, you don't want to have a loss, right?
Right.
You don't have a loss, big one. And then for West Springfield, continue on that winning streak, right? They've got some momentum going, and they definitely. I'm not sure exactly when they're playing Braddock, but it should be pretty soon. And they definitely don't want to have a loss, right? They had a big win last week against Woodson, and then that overtime win over South County. So you have two really hot teams going at each other, which should be pretty good.
Yeah, I mean Yorktown wants to stay hot, right? Nobody wants to lose mid-season, week 7. They want to get into conference play hot.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Flip side, West Springfield, all about points right now, and you beat a team like Yorktown.
Yeah.
Who's accrued a lot of points already.
Yeah. That
would do wonders for their max prep stock.
Right. Yeah, because I think right now, kind of max preps, they're still below South County.
They are, and I'm hearing a little. There's some buzz about that. People are not happy over there in West Springfield.
Here's some rumblings.
They're not happy, my friend. I'm getting blown up about that. I mean, look, they look at it as the head-to-head thing. They're like, what the heck?
Yeah.
And as we know, flip a coin. There's no head-to-head. I mean, look, they beat Yorktown. That's going to give them a ton of points.
Yeah.
And they don't need to worry about complaining.
No.
But you got to, I mean, they got to stop that tough, Hicks has got that defense playing tough over there right now.
Yeah.
And then, Brady Owens is a freaking beast.
Yeah.
And on the fly, and everyone loves watching. I'm starting to think that West Springfield office is the greatest show on turf.
It's another battle of restaurants, right? Are you going to go to Lido's after? Are you going to
Yes. And this game is, for the record, and we love. And shout out to our guy Wesley, by the way.
Yeah.
Injured Wesley. We're looking out for you, Wes. If you're watching the show, thumbs up to Wes. Get well soon.
Yeah.
But yeah, are you going to? Is it going to be West Springfield and Lido's? Or are you choosing the little chicken shawarma plate over at Yorktown? The game's at Yorktown, so you got to go chicken shawarma for this one.
Okay. All right.
Little hummus, little
or if West Springfield wins, are they going to pull into Lido's? They could just pull the bus right to Lido's. They're all going to go out, have some pizza right there.
How about a little chicken shawarma on the pizza?
I don't know.
All right. All right, but I've had you never had a gyro pizza?
I've never had a gyro pizza, no.
Oh, man. Essentially, you just take the gyro meat and you put it on the pizza. It's delicious.
Oh.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Who doesn't like gyro meat? You like gyro meat, don't you?
No.
Well, you don't like gyro meat?
No.
All right, buddy. I'm not happy with you right now. All right. Here we go. We're going to stay half in, West Springfield being talked about. We're going to go ahead and stay in Patriot here for this one. Big one. We could be starting to see. This is going to tell us, separate the men from the boys over there in Patriot. West Potomac traveling not too far to AC.
Yeah, AC, the undefeated AC Titans against Westpo. It's kind of a rivalry game, right? A little bit, right? Those teams those teams were in national before, right? They came over from the national district over to the Patriots, so they're pretty well versed and know each other pretty well. Westpo needs to get a win, right?
They do.
They need to get a win. They've lost to Fairfax, and I'm trying to think. I think they lost one more on the Patriot team. I'm mistaken on that, or they're just Fairfax.
Maybe just Fairfax.
Maybe just Fairfax. But yeah, I mean, West Potomac, who does not watch the show, so we can talk about them all we want. I think we have two teams that really don't watch the show. Period. It should be a really good game. Can Westpo? They also West Springfield. Thanks, Coach Rossetti. So they have two losses already in district play. So they're looking to get one in there. And AC is looking for a district title, right? They keep on winning. They got themselves a district title.
Yeah, people are not happy the way they're undefeated. I know Braddock's not happy with the way they're undefeated, but these are the breaks sometimes, and I know Coach Cross doesn't like it when I kind of needle him a little bit about it. But right now they're not. We saw the standings, and they're not number one. I think that's all 4 or 5, maybe if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think so.
Right? They were after West Springfield, so they're 4 or 5. But still a playoff team.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of people out there that someone would have told me AC was making the playoffs. They would have been like, yeah, right, you're crazy. They're not making the playoffs. So they've already defied expectations.
Yeah.
Now, they win this one, I think. I'm going to go ahead and say it right now. I'm going to channel my inner Steve Karnacki here. And I'm going to say, if AC wins this game against Westpo, AC is in the playoffs.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Right now, based on what I can see here, AC is actually AC is pretty low on this right now.
I know. I was actually surprised by how low they were. I don't think they got enough points for the Braddock win. I think there's some kind of rule there that prevented them from getting a lot of points for that.
I think they might be either the 7 or 8 right now.
So I think I'm right. I don't think they received enough. I think there's some kind of disconnect there.
Well, the problem is their strength of schedule. Their strength of schedule is really low because they went and played that team in Maryland that was not very good.
That's true. But the Braddock win, did it count as a Braddock win in the books?
I mean, they're 5-0.
I don't mean for the record. I meant for the credit they get in the point system.
Well, I mean, right now they are below Robinson.
That doesn't make sense.
Robinson. I mean,
call your congressman. Don't complain to us. But keep an eye on that, because how are you going to have – see, and I was all excited. This is an off-season topic, but I'm all excited about the max preps points. But then you're going to tell me that a 4-0, 5-0 AC team is below what's Robinson's record?
1-4.
Now, come on. That doesn't seem right. That doesn't seem kosher.
They're 7 right now. Mount Vernon is 8.
And they're 7.
Robinson is 6. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's something to discuss in the offseason. We'll see how it plays out. There's still a few weeks, though, right?
Right. Yeah, we'll see
how it all kind of plays out. Hopefully, everything kind of rights itself.
Yeah.
I mean, I know I'd be mad if I was a coach of 5-0, but 5-0?
5-0.
5-0 team, and someone told me that the 1-4 team was ahead of me in the standings. And in the books, I beat the team that has the undefeated team.
Yeah, Coach Craig says this is a rivalry game. Coach Craig says it is a rivalry
huge rivalry game.
Yeah, so he is the expert in all things Northern Virginia.
If Westpo wins, I think we know where they're going to eat. They're going to Roy Rogers, buddy, and they're going to get my favorite
drink.
They're going to get a double R burger, a little holster of fries. I'm working on that sponsorship for next year, buddy.
Well, actually, you said AC. There's a real Rogers.
There's not. Last time I was at AC.
You said there was. We were there.
I know. I asked the official.
But you said it's like 2 miles away. You looked up on your phone.
It seemed closer than that. I asked the official, and nice guy. The official, fan of the show, by the way.
Yeah.
Nothing better than asking your official, the sideline guy in the middle of the game, sir, do you know where the closest Roy's is in the third quarter? We're men of the people, Mesa.
Yeah.
We're just simple men of the people.
Yeah.
Could be worse. I mean, could be one of these guys who spittle and yelling at the official. That's not my style. I just want to know where the closest food place is after the game. All right, buddy. Well, that's going to be a fun one. Little rivalry game in Alexandria. Can't wait.
Coach Craig says Krispy Kreme. Krispy Kreme.
Yeah. I love Krispy Kreme, too, man. Now you got me all excited. I like Krispy Kreme better than Duck Donuts.
Oh.
Not a Duck Donuts guy. Too cakey.
Yeah. Give me Texas Donut all day long.
Now, I know. And, yeah, I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that. All right, buddy. Well, we're going to stay sort of in the neighborhood. All right. And we got another battle, huge battle in Liberty, which you and I said this off air. This, I'm going to say it right now, it's an elimination game. McLean at Herndon. Talk about it.
McLean has 2 losses. McLean has two district losses. They cannot afford a third. They cannot afford a third. Herndon has 1. They don't want to get 2. Because then they are below McLean head to head. So now they have to win one, and McLean has to lose one for them to jump ahead of them. So it essentially for McLean, for sure it's an elimination game. For Herndon, it's almost an elimination game.
It's getting there, right?
It's getting there, right? You can't lose because then you get the head-to-head loss. That's a problem for them. Herndon riding high after that win on a short week. Was McLean in the stands with their Groucho Marx?
Herndon riding high.
Yeah. But was McLean in the stands with their Groucho Marx
mustache, you're right.
Glasses on there?
Yes.
Taking notes.
They were definitely there.
Yeah.
The whole staff was there. The kids were there. They're all watching.
So, yeah, I mean, for both these teams, it's almost a playoff. They are now in the playoffs every game moving forward from here, right? Them, Marshall, McLean, they are essentially, in a playoff hunt every game.
Yeah, you're right. Coach Richard, I told you I talked to him last week. He's probably still full from that delicious steak he got in Reston. That's the official king of Reston. But you got it, like you said, quick turnaround. You can only celebrate the Battle of Reston for so long.
Right.
Now you got to get ready to on to Cincinnati. You got to get ready for McLean.
Yeah, and if you're Herndon, it's kind of tough coming off a win like that because the kids are riding high. Are they going to take McLean lightly? Because I think for the last few years they've kind of dominated McLean. If I'm not mistaken, maybe I'm wrong, but I'm wrong a lot, so who knows? But I think that might be an issue for them, right? Is where do they stand? Getting their kids head on straight, going against it. Although, they struggled all year, so maybe they've kind of gotten it right in their head. They're like, look, we can't take anybody lightly at this point.
No, and McLean knows. McLean had a narrow loss in overtime against Robinson last week.
Yeah.
So they were right there, And again, it didn't matter to them as much since it didn't matter to them. But in terms of what we're talking about, playoffs, right? It didn't matter as much. But now they got to get it now. They got to get it right now.
Yeah.
So huge game, elimination game perhaps in Liberty this week between McLean and Herndon.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. Well, the final game of our sensational 7. Say our scary 7. Honor of Halloween.
Little Halloween flavor,
yeah,
huh?
A little scary 7. Maybe if we weren't doing a live show, I'd try and add some spooky music to this part of the show. Well, we got the scary 7, and we're gonna go out west for this one. We're gonna go way out west. Feel like it's been a minute. They had bye weeks and stuff, so I haven't seen these guys play in a while. Yeah. Battlefield traveling to Patriot. Talk about it.
Yeah, so Patriot clipped them last year in the playoffs, right? They were able to eliminate Battlefield last year in the playoffs. Now I know both teams weren't necessarily at full strength. McCarter was out for Patriot. O'Shea was out, and actually, if I'm not mistaken, they had other players who are kind of hobbled. The defensive end from last year, I don't know, I can't think of his name off the top of my head.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think he was out. I think they were banged up a little bit. Battlefield's already knocked off Indy. Gainesville's struggling. They have a chance right now to kind of lock up. I don't want to take anybody else lightly, but they have a chance to really kind of lock up their how many consecutive Cedar Run championships. Patriot on their hands kind of figured it out. Huge rivalry game for them, and they haven't yet been able to get over Battlefield in the regular season. Now, they knocked them off last year, so maybe they feel like they have an advantage. Take them out in the playoffs last year. So they kind of felt like they've gotten over that hump a little bit. But yeah, huge game with those two.
Well, you got the young quarterback from Patriot, right? The freshman QB.
Yeah,
people like him a lot. They played him. He didn't play early. They have a plethora of young stud quarterbacks. They went with young Howells early on. Howells had those tough matchups.
Yeah.
Then they put in the youngster, the uber youngster, the freshman.
Yeah.
And in some ways, he went in for some good matchups because a little more manageable games. He saw Unity Reed, he saw Osborne, he saw some of those, and I think that was a better way to ease the young quarterback into it.
Yeah.
Instead of throwing him out to a state power right away.
Right.
But now you're playing against a legitimate heavyweight right now.
A legitimate state title contender, right?
Right.
I mean, if Battlefield won the state title, no one would bat an eye, right? Division guys all over the place. Probably one of the deepest teams in all Virginia. I think they're up there, right? I mean, Battlefield I think could play with anybody in the state.
Now Patriots got that tough defense led by future Penn State commit, and Battlefield's got dudes all over the place. Battlefield's throwing the ball more than they used to too.
Yeah, I think they would stand on that pass game a little bit. But it should be a really big matchup. If Battlefield goes and I mean, last week we had coaches who told us, I think Indy's gonna knock him out. I think Indy's gonna take him out, and nope,
didn't go so well.
Didn't go so well for them. So, and for what it's worth, right? Battlefield had some early struggles, and we talk a lot about the teams are figured out. I think Battlefield's figured out, right? They've gotten what they needed to put together, and now they're rolling again. So tough task, but they're up to the task last year in the playoffs. Can they be the team? Who's going to be the team that knocks off Battlefield in the regular season? Who's going to be a team that eliminates them?
I mean, could be Patriot. The last team to beat them was
Patriot. Correct.
Patriot. Yeah. So here we go, and this is a battle of Gainesville, essentially, or that greater Gainesville area.
Yeah.
With these two schools, and I mean, it's a big rivalry game.
And who after is going to?
Where you read my mind. Great minds think alike. It's the Cheers of Gainesville.
Yeah.
You're going to Jimbo's bar.
Yeah.
And anyone's going to be there after that game, probably before and after. And we've been told by a man we respect highly, best wings in all of Northern Virginia might be at Jimbo's Bar and Grill.
Yeah, some of the guys have some nice wings, nice little soda, right? The kids are gonna have a nice little soda. Go with those wings right there to wash it down.
Yeah, a little root beer or maybe a cream soda. Yeah,
maybe some ranch and celery over there.
I'm a blue cheese guy, you know that.
Yeah.
So at some point we got to go and try these wings. We've heard so much.
We do have to go try these wings. Yes.
We've done the chili dogs. We loved them.
Yeah.
And I got to take you to get the shawarma. We're gonna do just the Northern Virginia sampler, right? In the off season, we'll do it with all these places.
Yeah.
All right. We get the Bob Uecker treatment. With the Carl Frederick treatment. They'll be like, "Hey, you guys got to go. You got to go." We love you, Carl.
Me and Carl Frederick of NMST.
NSMT. The NSMT's own.
Their own Carl Frederick.
We got a good laugh. We loved it. NSMT, Carl. We thought it was funny. Shout out to Brent and Andrew. They got to get.
I don't know what Carl's thinking, man. It's blood in, blood out, man. It's blood in, blood out.
That's right. I told him, raw is war. We'll show up with a tank and wearing like Michael Dukakis military hats on.
Michael Dukakis.
Wasn't it Dukakis that wore the little tank hat?
Did he?
Yeah, he looked like an idiot.
I don't remember that.
He lost an election because of that.
I thought maybe you were going to say Dudley Moore best defense.
They're both good. All right, so good stuff there, man. Can't wait for that game. All right, buddy. Well, that's just a scary 7, buddy. We got way more where that one came from.
Yeah.
We got the best of the rest, and there are some dandies here. All right. We'll start in National. Annandale, coming off a win, mind you, at Edison.
Annandale with a big win. Edison with a really close loss.
Yeah.
Right? Really close loss to Hayfield last week. Am I right on that, Hayfield?
Yes. No, not Hayfield. Mount Vernon.
Mount Vernon, right? Really close loss to Mount Vernon last week. So it looks like Edison's starting to time before, right? Starting to figure it out. And this is their chance here to try to get in those playoff spots, right? If both Fairfax and Hayfield's playoff ban stands, there are 2 free spots open for anybody to grab. And so, if you're a national team, you're like, look, let's get some wins. Let's see if we may. Oh, Rose said wasn't close. It said wasn't close.
Hey, come on now. He was on a roll. No, but you're right. But you were thinking the Edison Hayfield game.
Is that what I was thinking of?
Yeah, that one was close.
Yeah, that's what we said. Edison Hayfield. That's what we said, right?
But then we said, but the last game was Mount Vernon.
Oh, it was last game Mount Vernon. Edison Hayfield. That's right. That's the game I was thinking of.
Bird Bowl.
Yeah, it's late. It's late. Sorry. You guys have no idea how many games we look at. You guys, yeah.
But go back to Annandale for a second. Yeah. Annandale's I like this Annandale team. I do. We said at the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
They're not going to be a pushover, man. You better bring your big boy pants and get ready to fight this one because they're not going to just lay down. And they got Adnan, the running back.
Oh yeah. with the 3-touchdown game last week.
Yeah, 4. We were actually corrected. 4 touchdowns.
Oh, he had Al Bundy, huh?
He had the Al Bundy, and we know Annandale's got a history of great running backs.
Yeah.
So
should be a good game, and there are playoff spots to be had right now in the good old Regency.
Yeah. No, it's gonna be good. All right, well, we'll stay that way. We got Hayfield traveling all the way to St. Michael the Archangel.
Yeah. So this game was the replacement for the Riverdale Baptist game. Maybe we should keep the Riverdale Baptist game with all those kids left.
Yeah, that's true. Are they still a team, Riverdale?
I don't know. Who knows?
They're not a team. Maybe I'm wrong about this, and someone can correct us. I think I was told that good old Lucky Whitehead, who I coached his younger brother actually in youth league years ago, but Lucky Whitehead I think is the coach at St. Michael's.
Okay, I don't know. I don't know anything about St. Michael the Archangel, except for that's the prayer you usually say at the end of Mass. That's all I know about St. Michael.
They're not a bad, if I understand.
No, they're supposed to be a really good team.
Yeah, they're a pretty solid squad.
So, I mean, a win right there might help out their rating, right, for Hayfield.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And Hayfield's, I mean,
although if Hayfield's eliminated, I guess
they got, and that's another one we need clarification on.
Yeah, does their playoff?
I'm told a lot of stuff, and a lot of it's probably just complete nonsense. But I was told that the Hayfield, it was a 2-year ban originally, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't it?
Yeah, it was supposed to be last year and this year.
I was told that it became a 1-year ban.
But they weren't banned from the playoffs. Oh, I guess they were when I don't know.
No, they pulled out of last year. They didn't get banned.
Right.
And the 2 came after that.
So are they banned this year?
So
next year?
Yeah, I think maybe this year. Maybe. We'll see. Well, we'll see. We can find out some clarification on that.
Yeah.
We'll reach out to Tom Horn's office, and I'm sure he'll get back to us right away. All right, so we got moving on. Staying in national, we got Lewis stopping by getting some celebrity deli, and they're going to Falls Church, buddy.
Yeah, so Falls Church still looks like they're playing for a district title, right? I mean, they have those games coming against Hayfield and Mount Vernon coming up. Lewis with the big win last week over TJ.
Huge win for Lewis.
But they've got a pretty formal opponent to try to take on Falls Church. Falls Church looks, is playing really well.
Falls Church, who's on my big board, buddy.
They are on your big board.
Now you're a big board. It used to be a big Falls Church guy. What happened?
I am a big Falls Church guy, but I mean.
All right. Well, going out to Loudon for a bit. We'll do a little pit stop in Loudon here. Lightridge, Stonebridge. Lightridge upset them last year.
Yeah, so we'll see. I'm sure Stonebridge has that on their mind. I feel like I keep on hearing Stonebridge has never been at full strength all year, right? It seems like guys are always out here and there. Lightridge with the 1-point win over Freedom South Riding. Last year we covered Freedom South Riding a little bit because they were 6A. Looks like they're playing pretty well over there right now at Freedom South Riding. But should be a good game with Lightridge and Stonebridge. With Lightridge's last year in 5A going to 6A next year, so it should be a pretty good game, I'd imagine.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it should be a fun one. Look for Stonebridge though. They want that revenge game, right?
Yeah.
All right, we head back to national. A lot of national games this week. Their bye weeks are all done, I guess.
Yeah.
Mount Vernon traveling to Justice. Talk about it.
Yeah, Justice struggling a little bit. They've getting a little better. But Mount Vernon's a different beast right now, right? What's crazy is, can you imagine if Mount Vernon ends up being the 8th seed and Braddock has to play them in the first round?
Yeah. Oh my God.
I mean, if you're Braddock, you're like, wait, this is the 8th seed,
right?
Yeah, I don't think they want to see them as 8. And like I told you, I don't think
actually. There's a world where the 8th seed is Mount Vernon, and you're right. I don't think I want to. That's not a reward.
No. So I think Justice has their hands full with the Mount Vernon and apparently Matthew Moret has someone texted us. They put Matt Vernon on the thing.
Yes, it really is. It's his school.
Yeah. I mean, but that kid can play. And we bought Matt Moret's stock very early.
Yeah, 2 years ago.
Yeah, we bought that stock very early, and so.
Remember Mount Davis or the mausoleum?
Yes.
They had Mount Davis. They tarped up that whole area and they called it Mount Davis.
Yeah, in the Coliseum. Sorry, at first I wasn't following, and I was like Mount Davis. That wasn't going. Got it. Okay.
Well, that's kind of like what they did with the Moret thing. It's Mount Moret.
Mount Moret, yeah.
Good stuff, man.
Yeah.
All right. And you got to love that student body, by the way, if they're doing that stuff. That's fun.
Yeah.
Right? That's
It,
fun.
it,
That's
it,
fun,
it means
wholesome
that
stuff.
it means they must recognize how good he is too, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Fun one here in Patriot. Robinson at South County.
Last few years they've kind of opened up district play. Last few years, South County after that huge comeback against Fairfax, and Robinson with the big win, with the finally got their first win of the year, and don't sleep on Robinson, man. They play pretty tough. They play really tough, and then all of a sudden the game kind of gets away from them. Should be an interesting matchup between the two. Got to be a tall order for Robinson. Don't get me wrong, South County is ultra talented. But Robinson's played everybody pretty tough, and they hang around long enough. They could pull off a win, and they are still Robinson, right? They still have remnants of being that type of program. So no, it should be interesting.
Yeah, no, South County looks really good right now. They look really dynamic. They played some really tough opponents early on, so they're battle tested. This is South County team. Sorry, that teams better be careful.
Yeah,
come playoff time.
Yeah.
And Coach Blair's trying to get them right. They're working hard. They're grinding. They just got, like you said, they got to play for 4 quarters.
And right now they're rated high enough, right? They get a win over South County, and all of a sudden I think we're a lock for the playoffs.
Yeah, they're a playoff team.
Yeah.
So good for them. All right, buddy. This is a fun one. Wakefield coming off the almost upset over W&L, traveling to Langley.
It looks like Wakefield's kind of figured some things out to play a really good W&L team. Was pretty impressive. Langley also has a district loss. They do not want to get that second. They do not want to, and you could argue that this is an elimination game for Wakefield, right? And this would give them their second district loss. Could be elimination game for them right now, based on the 1 through 4 playoff seeding. So they don't want to get that second loss. They don't want to get that second loss. It would be against Langley, so maybe make themselves that is a game that wouldn't that wouldn't hurt as much because they're probably going to finish in the top half.
Right.
Although maybe not, right? I mean, right now Langley could end up being the 3 seed. Langley could end up being the 3 seed, and so now you're kind of struggling with that. But yeah, I mean, it should be an interesting matchup. Langley very talented, but again, Wakefield playing tough kind of put everybody on notice, right? That they're not going to be a pushover.
Well, Cole Sandberg right now is playing phenomenal football.
Yeah.
Maybe the best dual threat or one of the best dual threats in this area.
And Lee Evans is very underrated.
He really is.
As a wide receiver. I mean, every time we watch them play, he's always making these huge explosive plays.
Yeah, we like Lee Evans. We like that offense. Coach Potter's got him playing tough defense.
Yeah.
It's a good Langley team, buddy. It's a good Langley team. But Wakefield, like you said, they can put some things together offensively. They got the talent. They got the tools.
Yeah.
Look out for them, man. You never know. You never know.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. W&L, another big Liberty matchup here. Could be an elimination game for one of these teams. W&L traveling to Marshall.
Yeah, Marshall with a really tough loss last week. I mean, tough as far as kind of what happened. They, again, trying to stay with that second loss. W&L trying to keep their. So if what you say is correct, and it's you can be co-champs. They lose a game, now all of a sudden, even if they beat Yorktown, they end up as co-champs, right? If they want to win an outright district title, they got to keep on winning before they get to that big rivalry game with Yorktown.
Yeah, that's what we're looking for, because you want that W&L rivalry game against Yorktown, the W&L Langley game. You want these games to mean something,
right?
So they got to do their business. They can't get upset here,
right?
And Marshall's definitely going to pull out all the stops.
Yeah.
I mean, you might see a steel chair. You might see the old, Jimmy the Heart, the megaphone.
Megaphone.
You could see anything. The old, remember Arn Anderson?
Oh yeah.
You could see it all. So
Macho Man, brass knuckles in the tights.
Oh, that's good stuff. All right, buddy. In the last game, as far as the sort of the 6A games at least, Woodson traveling to Braddock.
So Braddock is rolling right now. Woodson with that really tough loss to AC, and then and they hung around with a really talented West Springfield team last week. There was things going well, and then all of a sudden they started turning it on in the second half. And they're starting to have some young guys really start to emerge as threats moving forward. So I think they're figuring out some things over there at Woodson with some playmakers that are starting to emerge, young guys who are emerging as playmakers. But they've got a tall task. And our understanding is that Braddock is finally fully healthy. They had a lot of guys who had not been healthy throughout the year, and I think they said last week was one of the first weeks where they had like their full complement on defense. Hibner looked really good playing defense. Ty Jackson and and they've been playing a murder's row, right, of games for the last few weeks. So it's going to be a tall task for Woodson. Anything can happen on any Friday. But I think Braddock may be actually looking to make a statement in this game, trying to solidify themselves as a 1 seed.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, any given Friday, Woodson has some young talent, right? They're an uber. I don't think people realize how young they are. And you saw it in the kick return last week.
Yeah.
They've had a couple long runs by some young guys.
Yeah.
Good old Emmett. Some of these guys are playing really well. Ari, but like you said, I mean, we said it last week. I think it was your line that people liked this apparently on the some of the clips we showed last night. Sitting on the Iron Throne. Braddock currently is sitting on the Iron Throne in their region, and you have to thoroughly beat them to knock them off that throne. And can Woodson do it? I mean, like you said, any given Friday.
Yeah.
But you head over to the old MGM at Fairfax, they probably don't think so.
That game might be off the board.
That's right.
That game might be off the board.
So, I mean, Ty Jackson and, Hibner's coming on now.
Yeah.
Peyton
Good old Walter Payton, Priest Holmes.
Right. Now Woodson's defense is solid now.
Yeah.
So they're going to get put to the test here, but that's a solid defense. So let's see if the defense can keep them in that game and then possess the ball on offense.
Yeah.
So it should be a fun one. All right, buddy. Before we move on to our next segment, we always kind of do a little stop by of George Meridian. Sorry, Meridian.
Yeah, and we haven't done any of the PW games yet.
No, you're right. I can forget good old-fashioned PW games.
Yeah. I have them on the drive if you want to look them up, or I can just say them. I got them in front.
Yeah, go ahead, bring them up.
So the first game we got Freedom Woodbridge at Colgan. Should be Freedom Woodbridge is just trying to finish out the season, right? Trying to finish out the season. Colgan though needs a win, right? They need a win after that loss after their first loss of the year to Garfield, and kind of in a surprising fashion too.
Yeah, I think Colgan is looking to rebound.
Yeah.
George Hall looking to rebound.
Yeah.
And I think they will. I think they're going to answer.
Yeah. Next game, which I think we talked about, I thought could have made a appearance and could have made a grade 8. Woodbridge at Forest Park.
Woodbridge. Yeah, you know what? That game could have been made an Elite 8.
Yeah.
Can Woodbridge stop the vaunted rushing attack?
Yeah.
Of our guy Kellen Lewis. Kellen Lewis can't lose.
Yeah. Although Forest Park ended up playing a shootout with Centerville. And hats off to Centerville. But I don't know if Centerville even has a firepower that Woodbridge has, right? Woodbridge is explosive all over the place.
Well, I feel like the idea is to hold on to that ball, run the ball. Yeah. The problem in the Centerville game was Kellen Lewis kept breaking off long runs. Right? You want to, kind of make Hank Strand proud.
Yeah.
Right? And kind of slowly drive your way down the field.
Yeah.
I think if you're breaking off 70-yard runs every time, then you're not doing that. But I think ideally, right, Forest Park's going to pound the rock, try and keep that explosive Woodbridge offense off the field.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Next game. We have Osborne Park at Indy, at good old Independence. Independence coming off of a pretty, a really tough loss, and tough meaning that it was definitely not the performance they were looking for against Battlefield last week. Looking to kind of rebound, and in that really competitive Region B, every win is at a premium, right?
Yeah, I mean, Osborne Park with Coach Holland doing a great job over there.
Yeah.
But I just think, it's a tall order.
Tall order for sure. And the last one, I think it's gonna be an interesting matchup actually, for a few reasons. Osborne at Unity Reed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Both teams kind of struggle a little bit. Both I think it's pretty even matchup. I think it's a pretty good game.
I think so too. I mean, both have coming off. I know you know they've both been coming off some tough. They've had some couple tough losses the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
But you're right. I think it's a good game.
Yeah.
All right, and locally we got a good old Meridian. Meridian should be playing. We know who they're playing.
I do not know who Meridian's playing.
We're gonna look that up right now. This is what we do. We're here for.
They're on a bye.
Meridian's on a bye. Okay.
That's why I don't have it written down.
We like keeping the people in Falls Church City kind of abreast of what's going on. And one more and TJ.
I do not have TJ. They're on a bye too.
TJ's on a bye too. Look at that.
That's why I don't have it written down.
And they're both having good seasons too. So
yeah.
All right, let those kids rest up a little bit. The coaches rest up. Yeah. Well, that concludes our games for Week 7, my friend. But we are not done yet. Some people are saying, that this is the best segment we do, Mason. I got phone calls.
Is it the best segment we do?
I mean, I'm fielding phone calls, Mason, from people. Okay? Phone calls. Hello. I mean, people calling, telling, they think this is one of the best segments we do. All right? This is it, buddy. We're going to do it. It is prediction time, buddy. Upset specials. You go first. What do you got?
What do I have? Oh, that's a good question. What do I have? I should prepare for this. This is what happens when we're on a live show. Usually I say pause. I take a look from it. You know what? Here we go. Give me the return of old school Robinson. They're going to beat South County.
Wow. A huge upset if it happens. We just said South County is one of the hottest teams out there.
I think Robinson finishes off a second half, and they grind out. I'll even call the score. Ready for this? 21-17, Robinson.
Wow. Holy smokes. Look at that. You're going to anger a lot of people in the greater Lorton area, my friend.
That's all right. Take a number, buddy. Take a number.
That's true. That's true. Take a number. Well, been thinking about this. And before we do it, obviously, we bring our good friend Karnak on. So
Coach Cray's been waiting for this all night.
There we go. And like I said earlier, received an interesting phone call earlier tonight.
Oh, is that the bat phone or is that Mo's Tavern's phone? Which one is that?
It's Karnak's phone, buddy. Okay. Received a phone call earlier tonight with some information.
Inside information?
Inside information.
No,
actually.
Martha Stewart, you doing some insider training over there?
It's actually the information that I received, my friend, is that there was a special on Roy Rogers, Krispy Kreme, and Remember the Titans. West Potomac upsets undefeated AC.
Is that an upset? I feel like that's not an upset.
They're undefeated. AC was on your power board last week. They were 2. They were number 2 in your top 10 list. And I'm predicting that West Potomac will upset them. I want the respect that this pick deserves.
Oh, that's terrible. That's your worst pick ever. That is your worst pick ever.
Karnak has spoken, my friend.
Oh, that. All right. Okay.
I don't understand. Show the pick some respect.
I feel like. All right. Okay.
AC is number 1, not in the playoff hunt, but they are number 1 in their conference to win a Patriot title.
They are.
They're tied. No, they're number 1. Aren't they? They're the sole.
They are in sole possession of first place. Yes.
In first place of Patriots.
Actually, if they have to lose 2 games in order for Braddock to win it, Because they have
There it
the
is.
point, right? Oh, they'll be co-champs.
That still,
Yeah.
Patriot could be champions of AC could be champions of Patriot, and I just predicted they would lose to West Potomac, buddy. So, how about them apples?
I mean, good on you. They're good on you. That's all I can say. I don't know.
Karnak always delivers, buddy. Karnak always delivers. Now, before we go, we had one more game. We kind of went over the public school games. Our good friends at St. James, and they have a matchup this week. And we talked about some of the heavyweights they've been playing. They've been playing teams the last 2 weeks. Teams that were ranked, top 100 teams in the nation.
Yeah.
A little step down this week, right? You can't look. Hulk Hogan couldn't fight King Kong Bundy and Ultimate Warrior every freaking week. Sometimes Hulk Hogan had to go and fight Barry Horowitz. Okay. I'm not saying that the school that they're playing is Barry Horowitz. What I'm saying is that they're just not they're not a 100 ranked team, top 100 ranked team.
They are not. No.
So it should, and we added the last week's game from St. James on the Friday night show.
Yeah.
We'll see. I mean, they should win this one pretty easily.
Yeah. The Hewlett Academy. The only team they beat is called Varsity Opponent. So.
Well, that's like remember in Tecmo Bowl when they didn't have the rights to use the name. They
it was
Eagles QB for Randall Cunningham.
Yeah. Well, I don't think this guy's Eagles QB. Varsity Opponent. All right.
Well, no, just saying that's not the school name, Mason. It's just
I know.
They just plugged that in there.
I know. I'm aware. I'm aware.
Where do you go to school? Oh, well, yeah, Varsity Opponent. Oh, Jobber. Oh, Jobber University. We have ham and egg sandwiches.
Yeah. So.
No, that's not the name of the school. Obviously, no. We don't know the name of the school.
Yeah. Last 3 games they have lost 64-0, 66-0, and 42-0. So
what? The unnamed school?
Hewlett. No, Varsity
Hewlett.
Opponent doesn't have a name. So
no, that Varsity Opponent. That's what I thought you were talking.
No, Varsity Opponent. I'd be crazy if you clicked on it and they actually had a schedule. No. Yeah, they have. They haven't scored a point yet. They've been outscored by an average of 50 points.
Who? Varsity Opponent?
No. Hewlett Academy. Hewlett Sports Academy.
I'm obsessed with Varsity Opponent. Right?
Where is Hewlett Sports Academy? Where is that thing located at?
I'm not sure.
Maryland.
But, I mean, so look, so you're playing heavyweights. You take take a week or two off, and then because they got the same. There's a Florida game, I think, and a St. Francis game coming up for those.
There's a Florida. Actually, no, they have. I think they have 2 opponents.
There's 2 tough ones before.
No, I think they have 3.
3.
Hold on. Let me tell you where yet. Forget all.
But yeah,
the St. James. It's like Ohio State.
Yeah.
The teams that got coming up is that First Academy, which I think is the Florida team.
Okay.
Yeah,
is that next week?
Next week.
Okay.
That's the Florida team, and they are currently 83rd in Max Preps rankings, but they're only 4-3, which is interesting. And then they have gosh darn it, had it. I should be a little quicker on this. And then they play Thomas More, St. Thomas More. Oh no, okay. St. Thomas More has not played a game yet. They're in Connecticut.
Okay, well, good pizza in Connecticut.
Yeah, they are currently 12,000 in the nation. So
yeah, okay, so yeah, you go tough opponent, jobber, tough opponent, and then you get the
right.
All leading up.
It's you wrestle on Superstars Wrestling on Saturday morning.
That's right. It's Saturday
and then
wrestling.
You wrestle the pay-per-view. Then you're back on WWF Challenge. Remember that was the other show, right. WWF Challenge.
And then maybe if we're lucky, you get a little.
And then you play St. Francis, which is WrestleMania, right?
Essentially, or Saturday Night's Main Event. They would give you some WrestleMania type quality.
They would give you some
Night's Main Event.
Yeah.
So that's good stuff. How about our good friends at Loco Academy? How are they doing? We interviewed Obi Woods, before the season, and I think he's doing some good things over there.
Oh yeah, they definitely are. Good old Loudon Sports Academy. They are currently.
Brian Walrath is over there.
4-2.
Playing. With
losses to Bolus
great.
And to St. James.
They won last week.
They won last week against?
No, Hewlett.
Varsity opponent.
No, that same team again.
Who is that masked man? It's Mr. X. Mr. X.
It's Emil Mascaris. Oh my God, missing link.
They're on a bye this week, and they play Politics.
Okay.
And then they play Riverdale Baptist. So Riverdale Baptist still does have.
Oh, Riverdale Baptist. I told you they were still around.
Yeah.
They just lost a lot of the guys. When Orlando Scary
lost a lot of guys.
Okay. Yeah. Understatement of the year, but they lost dudes.
Yeah.
All right. Well, so that's good. So we know next week's a big one for St. James.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. Well, hey, it's been fun. We topped out. I don't know what YouTube topped out at, but
well, we don't know. We don't know until we get off.
Yeah, you don't know until you log off. On the X stream, it was like almost 300. It was like 270 or something.
Thoughts on Marshall versus? Did we not talk about Marshall versus Yorktown? We did, didn't we?
Yeah.
We did talk. We talked about them. So whoever that is in the chat, if you want to go back and
you got to watch the show.
We watched. We talked about it.
We got to watch the show. Yeah. No, Marshall versus Yorktown. Yorktown's playing West Springfield.
Oh, they are. They're playing. Oh, yeah. Marshall Yorktown was last week, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you want to go back and watch an old show there? Meme.
Yeah, Yorktown's playing West Springfield this week. We said it was the battle of the big tight ends.
We did play a battle of the big tight ends. Yeah.
But yeah, good stuff. Good show. Kind of like a live show Tuesday.
Well, it is fun.
Right.
We haven't any comments on it. I was curious why we didn't. Let us know. Do you? I mean, obviously, some people watch it. I mean,
yeah, fun stuff.
It can't all be my mom. My mom can't be 270 people.
No. Hey, I'm excited about the Friday night show. Should be fun.
Yep.
Some good matchups and maybe get some good food and enjoy ourselves.
Yeah. 100% chance I'm trying Jimbo's wings this week. Go Dub Ambrose. Dub Ambrose is gonna.
Oh, look at that.
That's a shout out to drive for him too, because he works in the city.
Yeah, that's a heck of a drive.
Yeah.
You know, but from our understanding, it's worth every second.
Yes. And Coach Ambrose, when you go out there, make sure you put it on Twitter and tag us in it and tell him Dash and Dan sent you.
We want to do a live show from there, or at least an ad there.
Yeah.
Eating the wings.
Yeah.
We'll see. Mason doesn't like sauce on his wings, but we'll
I do like sauce. I don't like dressing.
Dip. You don't like dip?
No, I don't. No, I don't like dressing. I mean, I like buffalo sauce. I like lemon pepper. I like a lot of stuff.
Do you like dipping your wings in sauce?
I mean, if it's the sauce that I'm eating the wing in, yes. I'm not going to dip it in. I don't want to dip it in dressing.
Do you dip the celery in the sauce?
I do.
Okay, all right. At least we can go there.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't like, because I feel like dressing is sweet. I think when I eat
blue cheese is perfect. Then.
Yeah, blue cheese stinks though. It smells.
Yeah, whatever. We're eating good food. You're allowed to stink up a little bit.
No.
All right, buddy. Well, from Dash and
blue
Dan,
cheese. Sorry, because we're acting.
No, you're good.
Good old Coach Ambrose. Blue cheese is better than ranch. That is a false statement.
He said he agrees that it is.
He agrees, and he is wrong.
It's called a sophisticated palate, Mason.
He is wrong. He is incorrect.
It's a sophisticated palate.
He is incorrect on that.
Blue cheese. I like mushrooms. These are things that, as I've gotten older, I like.
Yeah.
I like black olives.
Maybe blue cheese is fighting words. Blue cheese maybe is a Texas thing too. My mom is a big blue cheese person. You know, my mom's a native Texan. She's a big blue cheese person.
Maybe it is.
Yeah.
Maybe it is. You like the ranch from Outback is what you like.
I do love the ranch from
Outback. Outback wings are kind of underrated for like a chain.
Yes, I agree 100%.
Outback wings are pretty good.
I agree 100%.
People no one ever talks about Outback wings when they talk about good wings.
No.
All right, but I bet you Jimbo's are better. We'll say that.
Yeah.
All right, well, we'll see you guys on Friday night in the live show.